Headlines: Taliban seeks UN assistance to halt Pakistan's expulsion of Afghan migrants. Afghanistan's UN envoy tells General Assembly it's time to recognize gender apartheid. Calls continue for release of women's rights activists from Taliban custody. Hello, my name is Mahyanuri from First Time News Network. Today is 5 October 2023. Taliban's acting defense minister Yaqub Mujahid, in an address to a gathering in Kabul on Thursday, they announced Pakistan's decision to expel Afghan migrants and warned of potential strain in the bilateral relationship. Mujahid characterized Pakistan's action as unjust and called upon the United Nations and other international organizations to intervene and prevent the explosion. Media announced Pakistan's decision to deport Afghan migrants an unjust and unfair move. Stated Mujahid, this action threatens to strain the relation between our two nations. He further appealed to all international organizations and countries that combine human rights as well as United Nations to take swift action to halt Pakistan's implementation of this measure. According to a statement by the Taliban's Ministry of Refugee on Thursday, at least 23,000 Afghan nationals have been deported from Pakistan through Torkham and Spin Bullock border crossing over the past 20 days. Mujahid also urged Afghan investors in Pakistan to consider relocating their business back to Afghanistan. According to reports, an estimated 600,000 Afghan citizens have sought refuge in Pakistan since the Taliban assumed control of Afghanistan in August 2021, has set a one-month deadline for approximately 1.73 million Afghan migrants to depart the country. Nasir Ahmad Fake, chargé d'affaires of Afghanistan permanent mission to the United Nations, have raised concern over the human rights situation in Afghanistan under Taliban rule and called on member states to codify and recognize gender apartheid. Speaking at the general discussion on the advancement of rights of women and girls before the Third Committee of the General Assembly 78 Session 5 highlighted the constant abuse and violation of women's and girls' rights and fundamental freedoms since the Taliban's takeover of Afghanistan in August 2021. He pointed out that the oppressive measures implemented by the Taliban have erased women and girls from public life, reversed decades of progress in gender equality and empowerment, and effectively created gender apartheid in the country. Education and fundamental right has become an unattainable dream for many girls. It has been over 740 days since the Taliban closed the doors of schools and for girls, burning them from attending secondary school and from getting a higher education, thereby making pursuit of higher learning an insurmountable challenge. He said restriction on women's mobility have been intensified. Women and denied traveling alone without a male chaperone. A strict dress code is enforced in the recent Taliban attacks, such as the ban on women working beauty salons, highlighted the gender equality regression. Male friends and relatives bear responsibility for rule violations, further curtailing women's rights due to the fear of Taliban. Calls have continued for the release of the Julia Parsaid, the head of the women activists movement, and Nida Parvani, a member of the same movement, from the Taliban custody over 2 weeks their arrest. A number of women's rights activists and female students say that the Taliban's grab has stifled their quest for justice over the past 2 years, leaving them disheartened and demoralized. Witnessing the relentless suppression of our voice for justice have been disheartening, said women's rights activist Mushkan Faraji. A big number of women and girls deprived of opportunities for education and employment grapple with a profound despair. They say that with each passing day, they witness the continued suppression of women's voice and their pursuit for justice, further eroding their hopes for a brighter future. The future seems bleaker with each passing day, expressed Mubina. Student Shabnam, another student, concurred. We yearn for a future where justice and equality prevail. In a recent development, 18 member countries of the United Nations have joined in the declaration condemning the Taliban's decrees that contravene the rights of women and girls. They argued that such action is inconsistent with both Islamic values and fundamental human rights.